Hello, one and all, and welcome back to the Mockeries. Say hello, the Mockeries.
Hello, the
Hello,
Mockeries.
Mockeries.
Brilliant. Last time we left off, um, you all went and did a gig at the Underdock Echo, run by a dwarvish woman named Duna, with whom Dylan seemed instantly infatuated. You played an absolutely wonderful night's worth of music, which Talia and Bernard were there for. This is their first time really hearing you play professionally, and we're just blown away. You guys did an amazing job. In attendance at the Underdark Echo was Miss Prosperine, the tiefling owner of the Outer Plains back. However, of course, she was not actually that. She is Emilia Lagazi, who puts on this persona as her public image, and had come putting her life in your hands as a sign of goodwill to negotiate on behalf of her family. Basically, she came independently of her family trying to negotiate a peace because she knows that even if they get the scythe, it will not work for them. This is bad for their side because they're going to lose some of their hidden agendas, some of their hidden personas, and potentially bad for you guys because you don't know what they could possibly do to you. However, she did not threaten. Instead, she offered up information in exchange for you guys leaving town within a week. You accepted. She gave you the information up front, which was that many events leading up to this moment, which led you all to become a band, were orchestrated by the Oracle Brendan, not Brendan, no, by the Oracle Brenial Amakir, the half-star elf that you met in the Dungeon of the Silver Scythe. Cloud was separated from her people. Thesia, the whole contest to become champion of Molar was an idea seeded in Manchesh's mind by Brenial, and Theramin's birth was orchestrated by him as well. You did not kill Emilia, and she left in a hurry. Wow, this is a long recap, but there's important information last time. You guys, oh yes, had a little talk with Moon, who's conflicted because it is his destiny to do these things. Brenial's meddling did bring you all together, but obviously is manipulating towards his own goals and ends, and so there's a question mark as to whether that is something that can be trusted, should be looked into in a different way. Moon concluded that conversation by saying, yes, he's on your side, but he, ideally, it all has to go to the same place, which is him merging with these other artifacts, fulfill its destiny. You guys then went to Madame Mads and asked her to use her divinatory abilities to find out more about Brenial Amakir. She siphoned some of your magic in order to get that extra boost that she would need to find this person who's been hiding himself from her this entire time. During this magical clash between the two, Madame Mad turned to you and said, "It's going to be okay." And then her connection to the weave, her oracular abilities were taken from her, or severed, and her auction house moved to just being in one location, which is not in Sessencille. You guys looked in the crystal ball. She's okay, but cannot see the future or current events that are happening anymore. And then through the door walked Humphrey Blaine. And that's where we are now. Humphrey Blaine will sort of put up his hand and goes, I come in peace and I come on Queen's business. It's my understanding that you guys lost a sending stone was meant to get you in contact with the Queen, yeah? He tosses stone to Thesia and goes, replacement stone. Queen wants to have a word.
Now?
Soon as you care to activate it, yeah. I don't have to be here for this.
Why should we trust you? Like, you're an idiot.
Well,
Could be anything.
I've been called a lot of things in my life. That's the first time someone's called me an idiot.
Oh, wow, that's surprising.
Well, fair enough. I suppose you don't like me especially, but, you know. I am a Queen's man. I work in an official capacity. I just happen to serve a couple of different people. That's all.
Isn't that a conflict of interest there?
Rarely. They never asked me to do anything that's a conflict with my patriotic duties. I serve this nation. That's my job, and the Legazis are the underside of the nation. They work on behalf of this country just as much as the royalty do. So
I punch him in the face.
yeah, go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Ooh, 19. Do I add anything? Hold on.
For just a punch, I'd say add your strength modifier.
Oh, it's not much, I don't think. No, it's nothing. So 19.
19. Yeah, 19 will do it. You deal 1 point of damage to Humphrey. Just sock him across the face. Yeah, I suppose I deserved that one. Sure. But you guys are all alive, aren't you? I know Peter. I know Peter doesn't kill anyone if you don't have to. So that he hasn't killed anybody that I know of in my lifetime. You guys got on the wrong side of their agenda, but the Legazis are a very reasonable bunch of people. They could have taken over the country hundreds of years ago. And they haven't. It's
Not
underground.
Not
it's
doing
criminal.
horrible things is not an achievement. Like, not killing people is just how it should be. I don't understand what you're saying, that that's a good thing. Most people don't kill people.
It's to their credit, them being a cabal and all. That's all I'm saying.
Right, so you want us to speak to the Queen?
The Queen sent me here with a sending stone for you. That's why I'm here.
She could have sent anybody, and she sent you.
Sent me last time.
That turned out well.
I gave you the Electrum, didn't I?
Yeah, but you walked away. Didn't help when we asked.
My job is not to help you. Forgive me, that's not in my job purview. And again, they just wanted your scythe. weren't going to kill you. So,
That's robbery,
sure,
theft.
fine.
That's not on your purview.
Not when it's them.
Hmm.
Not when it's an artifact that's strong. But I'll leave it up to you guys to sort that out.
Oh, it's so kind of you.
Get in our way again, though. I will kill you, steal your shadow, and wear you like a puppet.
I have never been in your way. I never intend to get in your way. A very
Good.
pleasant day to you all. And he will leave. His crime, if you think about it, was just not doing anything in that moment.
His crime was complicit in
Compl-
robbery.
Corruption. Corruption as well.
Yeah.
So he did commit a crime.
From his perspective, it wasn't that bad.
That's why I didn't say anything, because it was gonna not be good.
Well, I'm glad I got a punch in.
Absolutely. Yeah, a well-deserved punch.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Humphrey Blaine.
Mm-hmm.
There you guys go. You've got a replacement sending stone for the one that got disintegrated by the deck of many things.
Yeah. We were meant to contact her when we had the scythe, right?
That was the idea.
So do we still, I mean, if she's sending Humphrey,
She might
am not
not
a fan of that.
know. She might not know our situation with him.
Still, I
Can we
thought that
trust her?
the last guy that we spoke to from, what was his
Ivor?
name? The last Queen's Guard guy.
Yeah, Ivor, who was the captain in Salt's Watch.
He said that the Queen's like closest are all vetted and like to trust him, and he gave all this spiel about people being close to the Queen are trusted, but then they work for the Legazis, so that's exactly what we're on about.
Oh no, I never said that I trust her. I just say she might not know our situation with Humphrey.
But you're right in that Ivor believes that those closest to the Queen are vetted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if we do speak to her, we should say, are you aware that he has ulterior motives and he works for a bunch of Durks as well as you?
I wouldn't put it past her that she's going to care that much. Like Humphrey just said, that the Legazis have the power to overthrow the Queen, the throne, so there must be some sort of arrangement between themselves that doesn't happen.
What do we get out of the calling the Queen? She's just going to try and use Slither.
What, yes, no, maybe she wants to know what it's being used for, what its purpose is for, but at the same time she might offer us protection to the point we get to the capital and then try and take it. I don't know. Do we know what race the Queen is?
Human. It's a human
She's
country.
human.
Like primarily a human country. It's one of the most diverse. It is the most diverse countries in the world of Cygalia, but yeah, royal human family.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's the information you have about the royals. You know that Rhaegar Thronus is the rightful queen, and she's generally considered. She's generally well liked. She's generally accepted queen. The country's in a good spot with her on the throne. And then there's her brother Rhydon, who is the prince while she doesn't have any children. So he's the next in line. And the prince Rhydon was one of the heroes that helped save the God of Light in the God Heist crisis 5 years ago. So he has a lot of pull, the prince, and there's sort of probably the point of most contention of Garandia is that people think that the prince has too much power, or too much influence rather, because he is this like incredibly charismatic hero, this paladin of Pelor, and he uses his influence to do stuff, good stuff, but people are like, should he have that much influence if he's just the prince? And he's like more beloved than the queen, kind of thing. This is all just sort of like background information about like what you guys would know about the political system of situation of the country.
Is the queen like? So is she fairly well liked, or is she just?
Yeah, she's fairly well liked in the way that like. I'm trying to think of a good example. It's like Joe Biden being next to Obama. It's like, oh yeah, Joe Biden is a good person, but Obama's like this force, this presence. You see what I mean?
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, everyone likes him. Everyone likes Regan. Regan's great. I'm talking about before Joe Biden was president. I'm talking.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Cloud, it's up to you, isn't it? Like it's your journey.
I feel like we all now have a hand in this. I really don't want to be the only one making decisions because it seems to affect all of us.
That's fair enough.
I think we should let her know that it's safe and be vague around the details.
The thing is, implying that it's safe is implying that it's back with us. Why don't we hold off until we've had this gig in the gardens? And my concern is that the only people at the moment that know we have it is us, Amelia, Marta, and
Peter.
the other one, Peter. If she is working with the Lagazis, it could get out to higher ups that we have it within the Lagazi family.
Yeah.
The only person higher up than the people you've already talked to is the patriarch of the Cabal, is Caspian.
Let's be real, like Cassian probably already knows. Because Peter does.
Yeah. But we know for sure that the others do. We don't know for sure that he does. But we should assume that he does.
I think it's a safe assumption, but I just want to tread with care.
I'll keep it safe then.
Yeah. We don't have to do it straight away.
Yeah, we could phrase it in a way that isn't technically a lie, saying that we know of its whereabouts.
Can she contact us for it whenever she wants?
She can. Yeah, it's a two-way thing. So at some point she might pick it up and try to get through to you if and when Humphrey tells her that you've got it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Wait for
Then
her
maybe
to
we
contact
wait
us?
for her.
Yeah.
I can live with
We need
that.
to figure out where Madame Mad's gone and what happened. I feel really bad about that.
Yeah, we should have really asked Humphrey how he knew what I just said to her.
It seemed like he was reading what you just said off a piece of paper.
Yeah. It's safe to assume that, she's not in danger and She's in her original shop.
Yeah.
Still feel responsible for. what
Oh,
happened.
yeah,
Well, we
yeah.
were responsible.
Yeah.
Hmm. I wonder if we
Hmm.
get that piece of paper off him.
If we can go and find him.
Yeah, he's probably staying in the hotel with Peter.
I might send Maggie out to do a bit of reconnaissance.
Yeah. Maggie goes out to do some reconnaissance. And immediately what you get back from Maggie is the sense that Maggie's observing a lot of unease, just generally. It seems like something's going on in the streets.
Guys, I think we should go up to the street. She's playing
Okay.
Maggie in this scenario.
Playing Maggie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't, like, not, like, again, like that sort of like non-verbal signaling that something's going on.
Yeah, Maggie's sensing a bit of commotion or unease going on in the streets, so I think we should go stealthily and check out what's going on.
If we're going stealthy, I can help with that. If
Yeah.
you wanna.
I can do stuff like
Can you
that,
guys
can't
give
I?
me perception checks, if you'd be so kind?
Mhm.
Please.
12.
12,
Oh, I add something, don't I? Perception. Oh, so 13.
13,
16.
16.
That will be a 30.
30.
19 plus 11.
What I'll say is Theramin, Thesia, you hear some sort of hubbub start to get a little bit louder outside. Cloud, you make out the sound distantly of sort of a person with a bell, and then sort of starting to shout and kind of going, "Please stay calm, like everybody. The Lord of the city has this under control. We're shoring up the defenses. Please just return to your homes in an orderly manner."
Oh, God.
So, you remember that blood ritual thing? It might have come back to bite us in the ass. The town person is trying to calm people, but he said something about defenses. Can I hear whether it's coming towards the dock side or whether it's coming towards the side we came in?
It seems general. It seems
Okay.
like it seems like it's coming from the south side, like towards, like not from the open sea, but from land.
From land, okay.
Yeah.
I think maybe stealth might be the way to go if we need to get the jump on someone, or we go to where they're building up defenses and try and talk to someone, try and see whether we can help.
I think if they're
Yeah.
asking people to go back, they don't want people in the street, so we need to be stealthy in the streets, not to be obviously seen that we're going towards the bad instead of going in a shop.
So I can make us more stealthy now, or I can wait to see whether we need stealth and to be quiet if we're going to be fighting.
I might cast invisibility on myself so I can
Okay.
even be invisible.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't particularly need help with stealth.
Yeah, I draw
I'm-
a lot of
Yeah.
attention.
I am
So
quite light-footed.
What I'll say is, if you guys make your way out into the streets, you can sort of get a better idea of what the immediate situation is. And the immediate situation is that newspaper articles are going around and people are talking in the streets, the news has come in. Salt's watch has fallen.
We've got to assume it's what we saw.
People are afraid because the initial Garandian forces of Salt's Watch and the initial force that were sent to sort of deal with the Yuan-Ti werewolf problem were destroyed. And it seems like whatever that force is out there is headed for Sessencille. So people are starting to get panicked in the streets. There is no immediate threat, but the news has come in and people are not happy.
How long did it take from Salt's Watch for us to get here?
It was 3 days, yeah. The news that this happened, this was sort of yesterday that this happened.
2 days.
So you guys would have probably a day and a half, 2 days to prepare for this.
And our gig is in 3 days.
And your gig's in 3 days, yeah.
So we either build up defenses here, tell people we know what's going on and we can help, or we go out and try and meet this head on ourselves.
Head on's not a good idea. The amount of Yuan-Ti there and the amount of bodies they had, we so outnumbered.
Or we could try and find some of these factions that Fergus told us about when he said that he wasn't going to give us the potions until we had talked to some underground people here.
Yeah, he was talking about sort of like heist crew sort of people.
But I'm just like, who could we get to help?
No, but you could absolutely go around trying to find various people to help. There are monasteries in town. There are sort of monks who practice here. You know that there are pirates, like capable mercenary crews in town. You also know that the Legazis are very proficient fighters. There are their city the city guard are here. You could talk to the lord of the city. There is not a insignificant force that can be assembled. Temples with clerics with magic are here, etc. You know what I mean?
Thesia, I think you need to lead this one because you seem to have best knowledge about what was going on.
Okay, I need an item. I need to go to a blacksmith and ideally have this today.
Well, we know that there's blacksmiths. What do you need?
I need an item. Can I have a button?
A button?
You
coin
can have
button.
a button. I don't have a coin. I think I gave all my coin buttons away. I have other buttons. Does it need to be
something that has the outer plane symbol on? If not, a piece of paper and I can prestidigation.
Did I give all my buttons away?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I think I did, because he
Yeah.
wanted them for his collection.
Yeah.
We could go to Miss Pesperin and ask for a button, but I gave all my
It's
buttons
fine.
away.
It's just a reference image. I can magic that onto a table. I need to go back to that nice dwarf
Blacksmith.
Hell yeah.
First.
The question is, what was her name?
I don't remember.
Give me a second, I'll find it.
Stonehurst lady.
Yeah, the Stonehurst lady.
Oh, Barbarina Blacksmith, Cold
yeah,
Dwarf.
or Barbina. Yeah.
Barbina.
That was it.
I put an extra
Amazing.
I in there. Barbina Cold Dwarf.
Barbina, the blacksmith. Good stuff. So you go and see Barbina. Again, it's sort of like the vibe is of people who know that their city is about to come under siege, and Garandia is not used to war. Garandia has not been at war in a very long time indeed. And it's sort of the Yuan-Ti, you know, this would be the population of the Yuan-Ti, more or less, besides like a couple of stragglers out in the jungles back home. But this would be everyone basically who's come over in order to make a fighting force that could rival a nation's. Like, there aren't that many Yuan-Ti is what I'm saying. Fun times. Yeah, people are scared. People are scared. People are starting to like book passage. People are like, hey, sailors, you can get us anywhere else, right? And so like crews are starting to fill up, etc. But yeah, you guys make your way over, and Barbina is there.
Barbina, I need an object engraved with this, and I just kind of put my hand on. Is there like a table, like a stone?
Sure, yeah, like a workbench.
Yeah, so I put my hand on the workbench and prestidigitation the symbol for the outer planes. So I need this engraved in something that is worth 500 gold pieces.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. We could get you. I mean, we could just do it out of platinum. We could just make it out of platinum. Why not? Yeah, 100%. If you fork over 500 gold pieces, she will do that for you, no problem.
It says worth. It does not say cost.
It's the material is worth 500 gold. She's not charging you.
I would like negotiate. Can I pay less for it to be worth 500?
No, you're buying a thing worth 500 gold.
I want the object to be worth 500, but not have to pay 500.
No.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Fine. While she's doing that, can I ask her? I need to be harder to hit. I know you had something with Theramin. You put some runes on some armor.
Absolutely. Sort of magical. Wait, he looks at Theramin. What the hell happened to the armor I engraved for you?
I lost it.
It's been not that long. It's been like a day, 2 days.
Yeah.
It's not mine. You did lose it.
I've got this fancy cloak now, though.
There's not even that much you can get up to in this city. What the hell happened? I mean, don't get me wrong.
Rogue magic items.
Right. Okay. Well, sure. Look, I can get you, like, Theramin, I can redo what I did for you. Miss Cloud, I can do that for you as well. If you're interested.
I mean, I'm
You're
interested.
gonna have to remind me what it was. I know it was runes, but I don't remember how much they cost or what level of protection they were.
That's
Now,
true.
here's the thing. I also don't remember how much they
I
cost.
I didn't write it down.
I didn't write it down. It's in a previous episode, but I haven't edited it yet, and god damn it.
I think it was one rune was one level of protection.
Yeah, so it was one of those
Because
things where you could go for a certain amount and you can get an extra level, so that was like a +1 to your AC.
Yeah.
And then you could do like a lot more for a +2. So what I'll say is it'll be something like 200 gold for +1 AC and like a 500 for +2. So I'm trying to remember what it was from last time. It was something like that.
I think I'm going to go for +2.
I think I'm gonna go for +2.
Awesome. She's more than happy to do that for you. Callum, you get studded leather. So I can't remember. What's your AC right now?
It is
Don't have your character sheet up.
15.
It's 15. What's your dexterity score? Your dexterity modifier?
+3.
+3. Okay, so you're wearing studded leather, so it's just going to be a +2 to that, so you're going to have an AC of 17.
Okay.
And it should be the same thing for Cloud.
It is.
Incredible.
What's it called for my what are the runes? Are they for all attacks?
Yeah, so that just it raises your armor class. It makes the studded leather a +2 studded leather armor.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. So it's if anybody now rolls below a 17 when they try to hit you, they don't hit you.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Heck yeah. Cool beans. Oh, this poor little computer is running so slowly.
Get a new one soon.
Getting a new one soon. So excited. Anyway, yeah, she sets you all up. Yeah, you guys getting kitted out because of the news. I've only just heard about it myself.
Oh, sorry. So what does my cloak of displacement add to my? What does that do then?
It means that when people try to hit you, they roll with disadvantage. So they roll twice and take the lower die. So you are now very difficult to hit. Hell
My
yeah.
AC is
I
lower
might-
than Callum's.
Like that. Oh, is it?
Yes.
Yes. Well, with the shield, it's higher, but
Yeah, with a shield
my
that's higher.
base. Oh, I'm not sure whether to get a rune, but I don't have a lot of gold left now.
I've got a little bit of gold I can give.
Yeah, I can chip to that. Should pay half.
Well,
each.
no, even if I get one rune, which was how much?
200.
200, yeah.
Yeah, I can do the one rune, which will put me at 17
17
base.
Gold, I'd
What-
say. Oh, 17
gold
AC.
left.
17 AC, yeah.
17 AC.
I see.
Okay,
But
so
I
it
can
will
wear-
be
I'm proficient in heavy armor.
So you could buy heavy
Yeah.
armor if you wanted to.
Yeah.
That won't cost you as much. Just straight up buying heavy armor.
Oh, it depends which armor, because then it would put me at disadvantage for the
Stealth.
stealth.
Yeah, that is true. That's what would happen. All heavy armor gives you disadvantage with stealth.
Do I have to have a certain strength?
You have to
So-
have a 13 strength to wear chainmail, and a 15 strength to wear splint or plate mail.
I don't have that. What armor do I have? Oh, I've got a breastplate.
Yeah, so you've got a medium armor.
Plus my. Yeah, it's a 16. Could get ring mail. If it
Your
doesn't
armor would
know
just-
better.
Your armor would be worse because it would just be 14 flat.
14. I'm going to have to get a rune.
Yeah.
I don't mind giving you some gold towards getting a +2 days.
Same.
Okay, so if I did the +2, so that's I can do 300.
Mhm.
And then
how
I
much?
can do 100.
How much is left?
100
100.
extra.
So if we do, oh, you were right to do 100 each? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Amazing. So you get that +2 bump to your breastplate. So your base armor class is going to be 18
And
Uh,
20 with a
and
shield.
20 with a shield and 25 with a shield and the shield spell. Search
I
to
don't
get-
have spell, I have Shield of Faith.
Oh, I see. So 22 is going to be cool. How much gold do you guys have left?
I have
322.
105.
I have 87.
Cool.
But I've got some electrum and I've got some silver.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of electrum.
Yes. Cool beans. Yeah, she absolutely is more than happy to kit you out. She says, I'm gonna be kitting out, sort of the guards and things. I imagine I'm gonna get a big commission from the Lord of the City. So they say that he's changed the Lord of the City. They say he's become sort of wise. I don't know. People are talking about him as though he's undergone some kind of big change. So hopefully he'll put in a big commission for the city guard to get all kitted out with magic and stuff.
Where does he live?
I mean, he works at the Central Keep, but he'll probably live in his estate, the Robin Guard estate.
I think it might be worth talking to him.
Yeah.
Should we try the keep if we're done here?
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
No worries. Happy days, yeah. You guys make your way back past the Monastery of the Four Elements, from the interior of which you could see little spouts of flame and rock and trembling going on. Back out through the gate, past Madame Mad's augury auction, past the library and records, and toward the Central Keep. A couple of guards will ask you to state your business.
We have information on what happened at Stork's Watch and what potentially is coming here.
They look at you, Thesia, with suspicion in their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
They say, turn over your weapons, and if you do have information that's valuable, so turn over your weapons and you will have an audience with the Lord of the city.
Okay. Give him my trident and crossbow and keeping my pants.
I give them everything but Sliver, who I assume is still melded with like the black and silver of the costumes that we got.
Heck yeah.
So
Yeah. They will not find.
They don't need to know. Yeah. And I also give them my hunter's traps as well, just in case.
They look at the hunter's traps and go, man, these just are so noisy. Just generally, they just make so much noise when you put them down, and like they're handling them, and it's just like clank, 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 clank.
Yeah.
I literally just have 2 daggers, so I'm just...
Yeah. Get the daggers.
Parts of the Caribbean thing where they're just pulling out like
So
weapons
many
from
weapons.
everywhere.
I'm imagining sort of like the Rohirrim when Aragorn and Gandalf come to see Theoden. Anyway, you wouldn't deprive an old man from his walking stick. You guys are brought in, and you are brought before Silas Robingard, a figure that you briefly met in Asterfeld.
He's the one with true
the
sight.
eyes. Yeah.
You see,
Oh.
he is seated along with some other figures around this table, one of whom is Miss Prosperin. Around this sort of long rectangular table, and his eyes glow pure white, like white, and little it almost looks like white steam, like magical steam comes off of his eyes.
Was it Silas, his first name?
Silas, that's right.
Yeah.
Silas Robingard turned out to be the Lord of Sessencille.
Glad we didn't try and nick stuff from him.
With a very efficient aid. In any case, he looks up, Miss Prosperin looks and nods to you guys. Tiefling form. And again, a couple of other people who were sort of... they seem to be in a meeting discussing this latest news, basically. Discussing the defense of the city. Now, I can't remember what voice I did for him, but I feel like it was pretty over the top. But he's calmed down now, so I feel like it was something like, oh, yes, I would have quite liked something like that. And now he's sort of calmed right down. So he's a little bit more like this. He sort of looks at the three of you and go, my golly, you three are just you've got so much magical energy, your own bodies are deteriorating from it. What the hell? Uh, gee whiz. All right. Yes, please come in. I've seen you before, you three. Yes, I remember you. You're from Astrofeld. My goodness, is that... Never mind.
I'm guessing he's
He has permanent true sight.
so I'm guessing he's clocked what I didn't want him to clock, but that's fine.
But I get, like, this is a person, he did the droplets, the eye drop things. He has permanent true sight. For context, what true sight does is it allows him to see the true shapes of things, to see magic in its true forms, to see into the ethereal plane, to see invisible or hidden creatures, see in magical darkness, like anything.
Yeah.
So he, except actually, for all of you guys who are watching this a lot of this channel, which I know there aren't many of you, does not show the true form of shapeshifters in this world. Just illusion magic.
So he would probably know that Miss Proserine isn't a tiefling.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cloud was gonna be that one that goes up and dispels magic her again, but
No, you can see he's not the best actor yet. He's had these abilities a very short amount of time, so he's not used to seeing the truth of things, and so he'll still like give away that he sees something is amiss before he like realizes that he should keep that to himself. But yes, he goes, yeah, is that, oh, never mind. Yes, please do come in. 3 individuals such as yourselves, the Mockeries band, I remember now. You were not this powerful the last time we spoke. Or we didn't speak. Last time I laid eyes on you.
no, it's good to actually finally meet you. I don't know whether it's my lord or whether we just call you.
My lord is perfectly acceptable.
Okay, I'm still new to all of this.
Indeed.
You're quite right. We've undergone some changes.
It would appear so, yes. Well, at some point, I would love to know how the hell that happened, but that's just pure curiosity. We do have business to attend to. Everyone, these are the Mockeries. Mockeries. We have Rohesia, who's the leader of the city guard, of the city watch. We have Miss Prosperine, who is the head of the bank and runs the luxury quarter. We have you see that there is a dwarf. We have Dwaylen Stonehurst, who sort of represents Cold Forge and dwarven interests in the city. And we've got Father Charles, who runs the Temple of Pelor in the city. So the news is that we are a day or two. It's not exactly clear how quickly this threat moves, but we are at most 2 days away from some kind of attack. And Thesia, if there's any insight you can give us into the mindset of the Yuan-Ti, into the tactics they might employ, that would be very helpful. We do have some reports. The Queens, sort of the survivors of the Salt's Watch battle, are recovering from their injuries. We expect more detailed reports, some of them to actually come through teleportation circle means to Sessencille to sort of shore up our defenses and help us let us know what's going on. So we have a basic idea of what happened at Salt's Watch, what they fought, but it's very supernatural and not something normal.
I think Thesia would explain the temple system, the levels,
Yeah.
the different, you know, the Malisons, the nightmares, the poison abilities of Yuan-Ti, the hunting tactics, you know, like they hunt as a group. They
Yeah.
are like group hunters that will stay very quiet, very still, and just watch their prey and then just attack. Like they're proficient in like martial weapons. They are
Yeah.
the strongest with swords, and their bare hands. And they will like poison their prey and just watch them die. It's like, right, you've been bitten, tossed to the side, moving on.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And you know that like historically in the real world, sort of brutal tactics include just, you know, having weapons that are used just to sort of like deal one, like just sever an Achilles tendon, like just to get in there and just give one
Yeah.
wound so people fall and get trampled, and or like just get infected and die.
It's like a torture technique in
Yeah.
mass hunting. It's just like deal the most amount of damage in a quick amount of time to like subdue prey and move on, because it's not about the killing, it's about suffering.
Well, that's all bad. And the worst part is that we know that they did some kind of ritual, and we absolutely know about the pureblood Malison sort of distinct, very, very visual distinctions in the fields. Couple of nightmares, pitmaster, etc. There are reports of something bigger than that. Some kind of multi-headed monstrosity that led this group. I don't know if you...
Bigger Yuan-Ti looking, or did it have fur?
Yuan-Ti looking.
All Thesia is like imagining is Hydra with legs. Oh god. No, wait, there is one where they have multiple heads.
There is. You would never, you personally in this game would,
yeah.
Thesia would never have met one,
No.
because none have lived, but you might have meta knowledge of what is coming.
Yeah. Yeah. Would it be in like Legend?
Yes, it would. Here's how it goes. The play, everyone split up into 5 different tribes, right? And each tribe is led by abominations. That's sort of at the highest level. When this was sort of like when the accord was signed, there was a hero who of the Yuan-Ti, who was a hunter priestess who led the Yuan-Ti into a battle which they ended up losing. This is before the accord was signed. They lost that battle, and that's the reason that the Yuan-Ti don't have a kingdom of their own, because they lost that battle. The legend was that her transformation, she went beyond abomination. She became a being despised by the gods themselves. They called her name was Shaltzul, they called her anathema. Which literally means despised of the gods.
Yay.
We also have reports of lycanthrope undead, but like not normal undead. We're talking like flesh golem undead.
If I have to kill Orlando Coin again, I will.
I think these would be quite confused because obviously Yuan-Ti are like resistant to magics, but have their own more kind of psychic abilities.
Yeah.
It's like this is on another level of someone went away and trained and came back, like consciously wanted to be like Yuan-Ti necromancer.
This is, I'm so sorry. I did just say undead. They are not classified as undead. They're classified as constructs, flesh golems.
I think shatter destroys any construct.
Let's have a quick
Or is
look
it just material?
I feel like
Could
it's just
be.
inanimate material.
Could you imagine?
Just for me, what is a flesh golem? What's the difference between that and undead?
Like a normal golem is sort of like made of clay and sort of animated with magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same principle, just using the flesh of things that have died.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe potentially controlled by one source then.
He'll say, potentially, I might be able to determine that if I get a good look at them when they arrive.
So you're planning on fighting them when they get here?
We don't have the forces for an open battle.
No, that's fine. I'm just worried. I'm worried about your people.
As am I. Yes.
Do you have scouts available?
Yes. Yes. We can put together a few scouting parties.
There might not need to be a need for that if you need them here. That's something that I might be able to help with.
I'm sure we would very much appreciate that. Very much appreciate that. Yeah, Miss Prospering will sort of stand and say, it'll be good to get as much information as possible, because the more information we have, the better a plan we can put together. I think it is wise to make this a siege. I feel like these people, this army, are used to jungle warfare, are used to forest warfare. So if we make this, we bring them out of their preferred environment, we'll have an advantage. Looks at you guys. I will be able to, I am going to be helping in this unconditionally as well. I'm going to be putting my full support behind this. The bank's coffers are going to be opened, and turns to the others, and the guards will be well cared for. We're going to see if we can set up our own sort of trebuchet siege equipment to help weather this storm. And of course, we must make sure that the civilians are safe. We'll have to put up barriers.
Green Common Hospital here? Sorry, we haven't had a chance to look around the whole city. I'm just wondering whether getting them, either whether they've got staff they could spare to come more to the front line in case there is a need of quick healing.
Absolutely. They say no Green Coven, but that's because of the sheer number of temples and clerics that we have in the city. We have sort of the temples of Pelor, Melora, Moradin, and Umberley in the city. And what we can do is we can get as many civilians as we can onto ships and send them out. We can get priests and clerics to be healers on the front lines. Absolutely, that's just behind the walls. That would be very important indeed. But yeah, people can seek shelter in the temples. We can even send people towards Thorogrove if we need to. I imagine that the Queen will have open lines of dialogue at the moment with Lindara, the Queen of the Wood Elves.
And the monks.
Yeah, the monastery, the dwarven monastery. Friggin' Dwaylen Stonehurst will say, yeah, we're not Gorendian, but we've got our lives here. We have our homes here. Some people have lived here for a couple of 100 years at this point. We're more than happy to help, and we're friends with the people of the city. We're more than happy to help defend. We've got our monks training in the monastery, getting ready for battle right now. We don't have a huge number of fighting men, but we've got some pirates and people who will happily lend sort of harpoon equipment and stuff like that for the walls to like sort of fire at people. So we've got that. And the other monastery of the Kensei, yeah, absolutely. They know that there is the monastery of the Kensei trains some of the most elite fighters in the in Gorendia. So yeah.
Out of character question
Yes.
for Cloud.
Sure.
Obviously, with her background, before her home was lost, did they come and was there fighting before it?
Yes.
I'm trying to say stuff without giving. Yeah.
There was fighting before your planet was lost.
So I think you see Cloud get the darkest expression you have ever seen on her face, and when they said about obviously getting the people off, our main concern is obviously trying to save the city, but your people have to leave. If Saltwatch is lost, you can't risk the lives of the people here. You can't let their home. You just can't. You need to get them out today, tonight. If you've got pirates that can lend you harpoon equipment, get them as well to use their ships and get them off and out.
Yeah.
Is Yuan-Ti poison specifically Yuan-Ti poison, or is it just like a generic animal-based venom?
Ooh. No, I'll say that Yuan-Ti can create their own unique poison. Yeah.
Okay. Thesia quite openly will get like a little vial, drop her jaw like in this meeting, have her fangs go like and start just press it up so it's like collects, and she just kind of puts it on the table. This is our poison. Make an antidote.
So badass. Yes, so
mic drop moment.
So cool. They people sort of look around. I'm trying to remember who I said Charles was, because I just said Rahisia was the Saltwatch guy. Dwaylen,
Father Charles.
Temple.
There we go. Father Charles, Temple of Pelor. Rohisia of the City Watch will look at Charles and say, is this in your purview? And he'll go, no, not exactly. I know someone who might be able to do something with this, potentially. He's a high elven inventor who spends a lot of time between the city and Thorogrove. His name is Aramias Telemine, and he's a bit of an alchemist, actually. You know that in this world, artificers in their full breadth and range are quite rare, because technologically this is a medieval setting. It's a little bit different on Volpikar. There are more real artificers there, but there are artificer alchemists in Saigalia. So this guy sounds like an artificer. And Rahusia goes, yeah, you should get this to Eremias and get him to synthesize something for us. At the very least, he'll have contacts in Thorgrove who might be able to do something with it. Thank you, Thesia. That's incredibly helpful. Yeah, absolutely. Take that from ye.
She kind of just smiles a little bit of fangs, like, yes.
Do you have any maps of the surrounding areas that I could have a look at for scouting, please?
Yeah, 100% get you maps. And Rohisi just kind of looks at the Lord and says, I'm assuming that these people are like the strongest people we have in the city. And he's like, yeah, 100% trust them with everything. Strongest people that we've got.
I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing.
A lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
Depending on how this battle goes, I'm going to pull Thesia and Theramin to the side. Obviously, we want to try and help as much as possible, but if they can keep the ground forces at bay, do we take on the big guy? I feel like that's going to be their main weapon.
Yes.
Yes, because it could be a chance that that thing controls the golems.
It's not even that. It's if, I know the golems are constructs, but they're also going to have Yuan-Ti with them. If their main weapon goes, I don't know whether they'd be able to hold out in a fight. I don't know how Yuan-Ti fight, but if they put value in the strongest, if their strongest then gets defeated, might be an opening for the City Watch and the fighters to have the upper hand.
Yeah.
Miss Prospering will just kind of go, do you mind if I jump in on this conversation? I haven't been listening. I just have some information to bring forward.
We're on the same team at the moment.
That's the way I would like things. Yes, this situation is bad for everybody and needs to be dealt with. I'm a tactician. That's my deal. I'm a sort of a strategist, and I think about these sorts of things. I can get you to the head of this invading army. I can get you there, unseen and unnoticed. And from what I have gathered about Yuan-Ti society, your leaders are also priests. There is a religious quality to your caste system. Should your leaders fall, the others should at the very least lose direction, lose coordination, and that will be very good for. So if you guys are planning to strike at the head, I can help you with that.
Our concern is it could be that the head is controlling all of the constructs, but my issue is the big guy thing. I think that needs to be one of the first things that is dispatched.
You're talking about the Yuan-Ti leader.
Is it the leader? I thought they were using it. I didn't realize they were leading the charge.
Well, it seems from the reports that they were this large multi-headed Yuan-Ti-esque being was in charge.
Okay.
Yes. So yes, I would say
other people be helping?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It will help that we can't die, but we do have abilities which will be very useful in this situation. Peter hasn't been in a good fight in over 300 years. I know that he and his laser sword will be very useful on the open battlefield where people line up. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And maybe ask that there is no foul play between comrades during this.
Our primary concern has to be weathering this battle. For all of our sakes, whatever you may think of us, we value the structure and of this country and the safety of its civilians.
And that's fine. I look forward to fighting alongside you.
As do I.
Yeah, I don't think any of us would be like, our guards are completely down with her yet. So it's like, no, you're free to leave.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll probably just go.
She's giving you that offer of getting you there unseen.
I'd probably just go start studying some maps of the land and possible places they could be coming from.
Yeah, 100%. At a certain point, your sending stone will ring.
Hello.
Will activate.
New phone, who dis?
And you hear a woman's voice come through. Come in, the Mockeries. Are you there? Hello?
Your Majesty.
She's like digging around.
Hello?
She kind of gets it, like throws up, like, all like she's never had something like she can speak to people in their head, but actually like a voice coming from something that was like in her pockets, like, oh, what? She's holding it. I think she'll hold it for in front of us. Hello,
Your Majesty.
Hello. It seems that we've had a very difficult time getting in contact.
Yeah.
There's been a lot going on.
Yeah, our fault. It's our end.
In any case, very good to get back in contact. I trust you found the electrum that we sent you to be useful.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Not at all. And how is... She takes a disproportionately long pause and then goes, Fergus. How is Fergus doing?
Fine.
It is Fergus in this city, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Your Majesty. Seems an odd sort, but okay. It seems in good health.
Good. Good to hear it. I do love a good visit to Fergus's shop. It never fails to be, educational and entertaining. I know he can be quite a lot, but he does deliver. In any case, the original reason I needed to talk to you is regarding that item from Asterfeld and whether it was reclaimed.
We know of its whereabouts.
Excellent. That's a good start. This is your queen asking you. I don't know what your current plans are, what your situation is. It seems as though Sessencille is going to be under siege.
Yes, we are aware. We were just in a meeting. we are of course willing to help. We have a
Oh, wonderful.
somewhat plan. We're hoping we have at least a day.
That is incredible. I was going to ask that you might lend your services and stay and help, because no one would blame a small group of traveling musicians for wanting to get out of town in this situation. If you can procure the scythe, it may be the key to stopping this threat to my city.
We are well aware of some of the scythe's power, and that is one of the first things we're going to try and do. I don't think anyone can expect us going into this fight without being prepared.
I think I understand. I'm sure that many people have come to you wanting the use of, or you wanting this item. I'm sure that you must have had altercations with some of these people. For my part, I can't say otherwise. Such an item would be incredibly useful to this country and to her people, for reasons such as this, to deal with threats such as the ones that we are currently facing. I am very grateful that you have decided to stay and to aid in the defense of the city. I hope that if everything goes well and we are victorious, that perhaps perhaps your services could be requested in the future if something were to come up.
I speak for myself. I am very flattered, and I understand the scythe and what it is capable of. But I want everyone who is looking for this power to know it is not just power. It is not just a weapon that is wielded. It has sentience, it has desires, it has purpose, it has a destiny that it wants to follow. And that will come first. You, of course, can have services from myself, but down the line, it might not be with the addition of the scythe.
I understand. It's very difficult to hear of such an item and not be drawn in by the possibilities that it has for defense and for safety. It could deal with an awful lot of hitherto unsolvable problems. But if it is alive and has sentience and its own desires, then its individual freedoms must be honored.
Mm-hmm.
This will be, see us through this time, see us through this hardship, and that you will be greatly rewarded, and that will be enough in and of itself.
Could we have some up front?
No, Theramin.
This must be Theramin. Humphreys told me that that Theramin tends to do this.
Yeah, about Humphrey, I wasn't going to bring it up, but please don't send him to us.
What? Why not?
He walked away and left two of us for dead, so we'd rather not have him around us. Bit of bad blood.
he's corrupt.
Well, Theramin.
She goes, I cannot speak about that over a sending stone. Roll
Understood.
Oh.
checks if you'd be so kind.
Insight, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, all of us.
Yeah, everybody roll an insight check.
18.
7.
16.
Theramin's just like staring at the wrong place or like.
Yeah, not even looking at the stone.
Theramin, this is lost
talking
on
to
you.
a pebble.
This is lost on you, but for the other two, she knows what you're talking about. And Cloud, you hear just the tiniest hint of her knowing more than you guys do.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah. That's all I will say. There's just this tiny little hint of extra something unsaid. What she's implying for you is that she knows, and then there's a little bit of extra behind there. There's a little smile in her voice. She says, I can't talk about that over a sending stone where people might hear us.
Talk about what?
Theramin, at this point, like, I will actually slap Theramin and be like, you do realise we're talking to the Queen, right?
Talk
Show
about
some
what, Your
respect.
Majesty?
This is another point that I wanted to bring up. Theramin, you are the only Garandian citizen amongst the Mockeries. So you're the only person I could draft to defend the city. Not that I'm going to do that, because you've already volunteered. The other two, what I will say, Thesia, is that it is not taken lightly that you are working against your own people, that you've decided to do this. Compensation can be many things, including monetary. If you wished it, after all this is done and you're victorious, if you wish to become a citizen of Garandia, that could be arranged. Be a member of this country. You would be the first of your people to be officially part of our society.
Thesia just like hums in acknowledgement, like to the sending stone, like,
And the same offer would go to Cloud. I assume that Cloud is Vulpicarian. Whatever is needed. We can talk about this after the fact as well. There is a place for people who defend our land. There is a place for adventurers and heroes in this country. That's about it. That's all I wanted to say. I'm wishing you the best of luck in this quest. And if you don't already have that item from Asterfeld, good luck in getting it before you need it.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Click.
that back in my pocket.
You seemed all right.
She knows
can
more that
trust her.
she's saying, though.
I think we'll have to speak to her in person.
Well, I mean, Theramin, you were trying to pick up rocks off the ground and speaking to those. So I'm not surprised that you missed a few things.
Well, I got the gist.
Uh,
Hmm. So we've got about a day and a half, I think. I was
yeah.
wondering whether I can. What I was talking about scouting was I can change myself. I can change my body into that of a bird. Try and get a bird's eye view. And I'm wondering whether Maggie could, if I went one way, she went the other, it would cut the
Yeah. What's her distance from me?
Not that far. I think it's a mile.
Hmm.
Okay, so we wouldn't get that. Okay, I don't mind doing it. I'd go out in the morning, or
Well, yeah.
I can get a view of where they're coming from, some numbers, whether people are trying to come from the side, just tactical stuff. But I think we need to
wish-
take. Sorry, Theramin.
I wish we could send. I mean, it would be better if it was not just you on your own. If we could find someone else to go with you.
Mm, no. No, I can only polymorph myself.
I mean,
If it was just, I could polymorph one of you, but then I wouldn't be able to do it to myself as well.
I can fly.
The only thing is, a flying tiefling might be a bit, unless
But if
Thesia
Maggie
cast-
scouts ahead for a mile, And then
I'm
I'd
actually
be-
not reading. I'm not reading a distance limit. I'm not in the spell, in the find familiar spell. So
oh, okay. Oh, well, that's good then.
yeah, it looks like he can only communicate with you if it's pretty close to you. But
Oh, I see. Okay.
yeah, looks like it's it's good to go out scouting. There you go.
Okay, well, let's do that. Yeah, brilliant.
I mean, I'm out of game. We took damage for giving Madame Mad a spell slot, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've each taken 36 damage.
Yeah,
It
'Cause
is
I was
night,
seeing it
so
and
we
I was
could
like-
take a long rest.
that's what I'm thinking. Then early in the morning, me and Maggie go out.
Hmm.
More light.
Well, just at dawn break. I don't want to be going out in the middle of the day.
No. Very early.
Then we might have a bit more of a feel on how long it's going to take for them to get here as well.
I think we should also find somewhere that, like, Dylan can hide. Maybe he can go somewhere.
I was
I think you
thinking
should go to a temple.
about getting him on Ash and getting them the hell out of here.
That's what I was thinking, just away from this actual city.
But there's no guarantee that beyond these walls, Yuan-Ti's coming from one strict direction. You could be sending him out literally into a pack of
What if we
hunters.
send him after the
Ash
scout?
Ash can walk on water.
Not that far though.
Not permanently, no.
Couple 100 feet maybe.
Hmm.
The familiars could fly him. We could all carry him
Or
again.
we tell him to take Ash on a boat.
What, and sit out on a boat? Sit out.
Or head out before the Yuan-Ti, because you know the direction the Yuan-Ti are coming from. They're coming from Saltswatch. So if you head towards Thorogrove, that's a different direction.
Yeah. And Ash can be quick.
Yeah.
He can move.
Theramin, your parents are still in town.
I'm glad you said that.
Oh yeah. I don't want them to turn to stone or anything. So they better go with Dylan. I mean, the safety in numbers. They can if they go together.
The only thing is Ash can't carry 3 people.
Right.
Can Ash
Can he?
dash
carriage.
with a carriage?
You guys want to go
We
ask
have-
him?
I can go and ask him. I
I
think
think
we should
go
let.
and talk to all of them, like my parents and Dylan, and just say, "Have
I
you
mean,
heard the news?"
I think first let's talk. Just let the council know what we're doing.
Mm.
Tell Amelia that when the time comes to get us to the leader,
Yep.
and then I'll go talk to Ash. Theramin, do you want to talk to your mum and dad and Thesia? Do you want to go talk to Dylan?
Yeah.
I just think if we split up, they just have as much time, and we meet back up at the tavern in an hour. You can see like Cloud has gone into military mode at the moment. Like,
Yeah. How is?
gotta get shit done.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, not obviously. How is Cloud doing in this situation?
Oh, she's breaking inside. She's like, this is
Yeah.
a strong cover, because if she stops, she's gonna fall apart.
Yeah. Cloud is the only person in this group who has experienced actual war. What that actually looks like on a larger scale. You guys have all experienced near-death experiences and insane combats, like craziness, but not war.
Yeah, Cloud knows what's at risk and what can be lost, and she's not about to go through that again. So she's like, nope, this time she's on edge. She's trying to keep going. It's like, you know, when you're on the like brink of a panic attack, and if you think I'll just keep doing shit, it won't get to me. That's how Cloud is right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Ash seems to think that he won't be able to go his full speed, but will definitely be able to take a carriage, you know, very, very quickly.
Mhm.
On his way. You know, speed is force as well. So, you know, as he picks up speed, the weight of the carriage won't matter as much. He can carry a few people. Dylan will sort of like come to you guys and say, Dylan didn't, yeah, you're seeing him for the first time today. Dylan comes over and goes, you guys have heard the news. There's going to be a siege, and it's very dangerous, and we should all leave. We should all go.
Well, that's the thing, Dylan. I mean, we want you to get somewhere safe, but we're gonna stay. Oi, sorry.
What? Huh? No, you can't stay. This is going to be a siege. People are going to die. You could die.
Well, we're not staying for fun, Dylan. We're staying because people could die.
Theramin, you're out of everybody. You're the person I expected least to be sort of heroic.
There's a reward as well.
Ah. Oh, I see. You guys see Dylan just looks scared. Just like, I know you guys have done incredible things and keep doing dangerous things. I just don't want you to die. This is messed up what's going on. This is... And Thesia, are you going to be okay killing your own people? Like, I know you've had differences, but this is on a different scale.
Ah, yes, the mass murder and genocide of my people. I'm okay with this.
I think she is hungry.
Oh.
We are basically humans, so we are just slightly more evolved.
Okay. Right?
But Dylan, I wanted to ask a big favor of you. Do you think you could look after my parents? Take them with you?
I
have faith in your ability.
I feel like such a coward right now. I don't want, if you guys are staying, I don't want to leave you behind to do this on your own.
Sorry, Dylan, we've taken that choice from you. You can't stay.
And he's like, he's like, I thought I thought I was better now. I thought I was braver, but I'm terrified. Like, I'm so relieved that you've said that. I'm so, and he's like ashamed. You can see he's like ashamed.
Don't be. We need you to. Well, I need you to take care of my family, and that's a big, that's a big mission. And that's being brave, and
You're being very kind, Theramin. Of course I will stick with your folks and get them out of town. Of course I'll do that. I just know that I'm basically useless here. And I'm sorry.
I think this is where Cloud would step in and say, yes, Dylan, we can't use you here, but we need you to keep Ash safe. We need you to keep Theramin's parents safe. We are all using our strengths at the moment because that is all we can do. Your strength is literally keeping people together is one of your strengths. And at the moment, we need you to keep people safe. And I will hand him two daggers as well. My daggers.
He will take the two daggers, looking like so inept, with them in his hands. He'll go, I will keep them together. I will keep them together, and I'll get them safe somewhere.
Is
Thorngrove.
there any way?
It's the opposite.
Can we get? Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, take them to Thorngrove. It's the opposite way to what the fighting should be.
It's where my, ancestors came from anyway. So they should be fine. They should be fine going across the border.
Do we have a way of communicating once they've got, like, can we get a sending stone, or like, can we just contact him through? I don't know what your spells are, Thesia.
I don't have any spells. That will help.
Nothing that long range.
Like that.
Only if I can
So
see
should
them.
we get a stone or something? Can we do that?
We could
Or is that
try
impossible?
Ferguson. Might have something like that.
We can see them in the crystal ball, but that's not a communication tool.
Yeah, it's not a communication tool. He'll go, they have messengers. They have messenger birds and things in Thorgrove. I'm sure also you could send a familiar or something with a message. We communicate that way.
I mean, would you be able to send messages back as well, though? That's the other things that.
Yeah, I mean,
roll little bits of paper and write and.
Exactly. So, yeah, I mean, they've got. I'm sure they have Megwandir postal services in Thorogrove. The post office. They've got a post office in Thorogrove, probably.
So we need to find a carriage. Don't we have a carriage? No, that was. No.
You guys have a. Yeah, you have a.
Oh, okay, we did
mode
bring
of
it with us.
Oh wait.
No,
Because that's what I'm saying. When Dylan went
No, that's
missing, we
true.
don't.
That's true. You guys don't. You're gonna have to get one.
We could go to the.
You know what, Dylan? Dylan goes, you know what? I've got this. I'll use
Wait.
my. You guys
Sorry.
have your funds. I have mine. It will make me feel better to do this myself. He goes, okay. You guys stay safe, okay?
We always do.
It's like he's like, you got pinned to a wall.
Oh my god.
I That fur's growing back now. We don't talk about that, Dylan.
Right, yes, we don't talk about that. And you guys are stronger now. I know that. Would you guys, when this is all over and we're all completely safe and fine, knock on wood, would you guys teach me how to defend myself? Because I've never, my cousins are sort of magic users and magical people, and I never had any talent for it, but you guys have some martial abilities, don't you? You could teach me just a little something?
We'd be
Of
happy
course.
to.
Well, Theramin, if you go and find your parents, I'll stay here with Dylan and show him a little bit now,
Mhm.
and we'll meet you back here.
Okay. Deal.
Yeah, Theramin, you go and find your parents, Talia and Bernard.
Where are they?
They'll be at the Independent, back at the place where you guys are staying. Same kind of thing, sort of like grateful to see you, seeing the news. Bernard's like, so we should get out of town pretty soon. I've been looking into various fairs and places, things to be. I imagine it's safest to go by boat, etc.
Well, that's okay, because we want you to go with Dylan, and he's gonna take you with Ash as well on a carriage. To go where to
Thora Grove.
Thorogrove.
Thorogrove. I'm terrible with names.
No,
Thorogrove.
it's all good. Fantasy names and stuff are difficult to get your head around. Yes, the Wood Elven Kingdom.
We want to get you as far away from here as possible. Unfortunately, I mean, me and my bandmates have to stay because we're the best chance they've got, really, to stop this thing. But we'll be fine. We'll be okay.
Bernard starts to argue, but Talia sort of stops him and kind of goes, you were stoned for most of their big fight with my ex, but these guys kick ass. And I figure if an archdevil... I figure if an archdevil couldn't do the job, then probably whatever's coming couldn't do it either. She'll look at you and just kind of go, Theramin, you're not allowed to die. Immediately more barking. You're not allowed to die. I expect you to that we'll meet up again. Go kick some ass. Have fun. And I'm super proud of you. This is straight up heroic.
Well, I mean, you guys are surprisingly chill about this. I'm impressed that you have so much faith in me. So thank you. And
Bernard's like, I am not chill. I am not chill. I don't understand where the chill's coming from. But Talia's like, yeah, no. I saw you take his strength. It's your power now. And I think you're gonna rock. And after you save this city, everyone in it's gonna know your name and you're gonna be the biggest rock star that ever lived. So there's that.
Well, they already do, Mom.
Fair
I get
enough.
your point.
Fair enough.
So would you be able so you're willing to do that? And could I ask you to keep Dylan safe and protect him? He's quite daunted by the task. I've told him to look after you, and if you could look after him as well, that'd be great.
Bernard's like, I absolutely can't look after anyone. Talia's like, absolutely, I'll look after everybody.
Oh, I think I may have to take her out for a wee.
So what we'll just say is they agree to that. Talia give you a big old hug, and everyone will give you a big old hug, and just say, "We'll see you on the other side of this, and we'll all get together for your big Pleasure Gardens venue gig afterwards."
Mm. Yeah, if that still happens, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it doesn't
I
get
imagine
ruined.
people want to party after everything goes really well. Knock on wood. I'll see you very soon.
Okay.
All right. Love you, son.
You too.
And they head out incroyable. Dylan, your parents, everything gets sorted. Dylan sources a carriage. Ash gets hooked up. Streams of people seem to be taking that road.
Can I go to Amelia and ask for a escort to go with them?
She immediately does that.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Very welcome indeed.
I hope this is a show of trust.
On both our parts, I think.
I hope so.
Yeah. She'll just sort of nod. She said what she needs to say.
Yeah. I don't think Cloud wants to spend any more words on her, so she'll probably just leave.
Yeah, her thing is like, yeah, peace between our groups. So, yeah, and that's sort of the work of the rest of this day. Becomes, you guys have been in meetings. You've talked to the Queen, shored up defenses, gotten your loved ones out of the way. Sort of, we're in the evening now. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do before night falls?
I don't think that the others would probably see Cloud until it comes time to go for a scout. She'd probably is the walls here, is there like a walkway?
Yes.
She'd probably be walking along that, like complete military mode activated.
Absolutely. So are you doing a scout tonight, or are you going tomorrow?
Oh no, tomorrow. But
you just
Cloud would be Theramin and Thesia probably wouldn't see her again until morning, early morning.
Cool beans. This is. Are you checking your crystal ball for Madam Mad stuff?
Yeah, I think he should just be in the tavern, sitting down, like kind of rolling it on the table and just show me Madison.
You see that some Garandian sort of military officers enter her abode. These guys look like same uniform, just a slightly different emblem depicting a different city. And very gently escort her out of her auction house, bring her to a central keep. This sort of city, it's big. It's got much more of sort of an Arabian architecture vibe to it, but still Garandian. You see that there are plenty of people around this evening, and are brought to a different keep, brought to a very comfortable room, and a truly just sort of a crusty, nasty looking wizard comes in, and you see them start to talk to one another, and sort of hold hands. He looks. They make for such a disgusting pair. Truly, truly dreadful to look upon. But this looks like her boyfriend in Menacile.
Okay.
Did get the date
Yeah.
of a fashion.
With the crystal ball, I'm going to ask it to show me Matchesha.
Six serpentine heads come out of an enormous body, bloated, slithering, with two large arms, and the heads go independently but also like work together and sort of like almost swaying almost like seaweed together to some unheard tune. There is almost a red glow on that you can see in the chinks between her scales. It's sort of very faintly sort of inundating in that way where light sort of plays through water. There's a very faint red glow to her. And you can see that she is at the center of an enormous army of Yuan-Ti, of Malazans, and purebloods. Purebloods make up the majority. One or two pitmasters in there, a couple of nightmare speakers. And you can see immediately around her are these cobbled together, enormous, multi-limbed, multi-headed, stitched, furry golems that seem to have areas of themselves that are still cursed with lycanthropy, but are just this hodgepodge of bodies, essentially, that are being animated. And you see the one nearest her has a few heads. The most predominant head in the center belongs to Orlando Coin.
So it's safe to say that she's the monstrosity.
Yes.
Now I have to tell it time with Asmodeus.
You go and piss it off.
I think Thesia's just kind of like swirling a crystal ball, like looking at this image, like, oh, it's disgusting. Like, you disgust me. Absolutely not. So I'm going to find Theramin and tell him who it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to kill her for a long time. Part of it is just like, I'm going to kill her, we're going to do it, we're going to she's going to be deaded. The other part was like, honestly,
She's gonna be dead.
what the fuck has she done to herself? Yeah, I think she's like more like obviously it's powerful, like anyone can see that. It's more the disgust of mutilating yourself to think you are the most powerful thing there. So it doesn't really work like that. You earn it. You don't just give yourself more heads and hope it happens.
The one thing I will just give you as a little extra piece of information is
Ooh.
you see no you see no abominations in that army.
Yeah, but she's probably got all their heads. Like the entire thing is just one like priestess. Am I wrong?
No. No, but the predominant personality is Matshesha.
Yeah.
She as part of her ritual absorbed the other ones.
Great. Yuan-Ti absorbed off Hydra. Yes. I think Thesia might be sick when she sees it, like how Theramin just kept throwing up when she was eating her skin. Like, this to her is on that level of just disgusting. Yeah, I'll go and find Theramin and be like, yeah, that thing with all the heads, Matshesha's in that. She's in it. She's controlling that. She's wearing it like a Hydra bodysuit. Don't be sick. Don't be sick.
Like this is her actual body now. It's not a bodysuit. This is
Oh.
what it looks like now. Yeah.
Right.
Ugh.
And that
Oh,
thing.
Oh, and Orlando coin is there.
Orlando frickin' coin.
Fine, we'll rip him apart.
In what form? What does he look like?
You can show him.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna be like, look at this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've got many claws.
Well, we
We'll
killed
have
him
to
once.
tell Cloud. Yeah, we'll have to tell Cloud when she re-emerges. I can't. It's not an easy thing for her.
I think I need a beer to wash down the. I threw up in my mouth a little bit. I mean,
Thesia's
it's pretty
gonna
much
second
any
that and
excuse
go
for a
beer.
Beer and then bed, I think.
100% beer in bed.
Beer
I'm
and
gonna have
bed.
some beautiful nightmares about that.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys sit and have this beer, and that thing you said actually really resonates, Thesia, that Matshesha, your society is caste-based, but this idea that Matshesha was using of the worthy ascending, finding the worthiest person, and then to just get more power, just she's not proven herself in this moment. She has used her station. It's yeah, and the fact that she never had any intention of honoring any of those promises made is this horrible betrayal, but like this manipulation of somebody who knows that the hopes of the low are to rise, and knowing that that will never happen, and playing off of that. You guys go to bed for the night. Regain your hit points, regain your spell slots, all of that good stuff. You have the following day to prepare. What do you do over the course of this day? And we'll move through it quite
Well,
quickly.
I'm going to send Maggie to look for Cloud, and then go wherever Cloud tells her to. So she's
Okay.
gonna be with-
Cloud is being a bit unprepared and finding out what flying creature she can be. 1 second.
No, all good.
Could be a flying snake, apparently. But I'm not going to.
Yes.
What?
That is funny.
Although they technically don't have
Um,
wings, they just propel themselves off trees and wiggle through the air, and that's how they fly. They just have to keep
What?
momentum. That's what a flying snake actually is.
Like an
Technically, I
eel,
could
but in
probably-
the sky.
Yes.
Uh,
I think I
So-
can
Be
be
like the flying spiders.
a giant eagle.
you mean
Probably be
Abel?
a
Be
small
something
bird.
that big, yeah.
Well, you're a druid, right? You're a level 20 druid. I imagine you could be a giant eagle. Yeah.
I know,
Could
but
be
I
a
want to.
fly.
I don't want to be that big. I want to be
Oh.
a little bit inconspicuous.
You could be a normal eagle. If
You
you
could
want
be
to be
a
a
butterfly.
small flying bird, you can absolutely do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to be like sort of sparrow robin size, like
Yeah.
quite small.
Then yeah, no,
And-
absolutely.
Yeah.
What about predators, though?
I mean, you can still cast spells.
Yeah. As a
Yeah.
level 20 druid, I can cast spells in as a little bird.
I'm just imagining this tiny little bird, like being in front of somebody, opening its mouth, and just like a beam of light coming out.
Just like
Wow.
I stuff. Yeah. So I'll send Maggie one way.
Yeah.
I'll go the other and do like a big circle around.
You guys do a big old reconnaissance circle. You guys see that this army, its forerunners will arrive. Will arrive at sundown, and the main army will arrive at when night has fallen on this day. That's the speed at which they're coming. You get an idea of sort of their structure and stuff. These guys love moving through sort of like trees, wilderness, that kind of thing. The anathema, Matshesha, is at their center, at the center of this horde. The main body is made up of purebloods, brood guards, that kind of thing, and then those are sort of commanded by Malazans and what have you. They don't have siege equipment,
I was about to ask what kind of weaponry and that are they carrying?
but they are carrying some. So can you give me an Arcana check?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Okay. Oh, actually 19 plus 3, so 22.
22. Excellent. Yeah. You can absolutely see that they are I'm also going to need a history check from Thesia.
18 plus 5.
Gee whiz, absolutely. So what you gather is in this information, and what Maggie, this is between you and Maggie, all of the stuff that you figured out. You see that they are going out of their way to bring sort of stolen carts and things full of these tightly sealed barrels. They've used sort of this wax to seal the barrel lids shut, and those they're taking their time with. They're taking their time to move these carts more slowly along the roads.
So probably more like explosives.
You can infer sort of explosives.
Yeah.
When you bring this information back, Thesia, you know that a wartime ritual that is rarely ever engaged in because of how dangerous it is and this is what happened to the Hectlyle tribe. The Hectlyle tribe were one of the 5 tribes, and during the war with Lolth, they did this, and the result was that their entire tribe was destroyed in one blow. Essentially, what they did was they summoned a Sibriax, this demon from the abyss, whose blood is highly combustible. And they torture it and bleed it. It kind of bleeds unendingly, and fill these barrels with its blood and can use them as extremely powerful explosives. And what happened to the Hectlyles was the Sibriax itself was exposed to fire damage, and the entirety of their pits was destroyed in one enormous fireball. So it seems like they built pits over by Salt's Watch, and they summoned a Sibriax, and they have gotten explosives out of it.
Go on.
Sorry, I was just going to ask, when me and Maggie did the circle, are they all coming from one direction, or are there flanks on either side, or?
They are all coming from one direction. There are a good few thousand of these guys, but they are a relatively small army. They don't have the numbers to sort of break up their forces. They work best when they're all together.
I think we should, because Miss Prosperine was talking about trebuchets.
Yeah, absolutely. Siege equipment and stuff like that.
If they've set those up, we need to make sure that the projectiles are like flammable, like flames, and maybe we can use their own explosives against them, knowing what we know.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds like it's highly.
We can't let them get too close before they use.
Exactly.
No, you would have to start at the back if they got too close. The furthest away barrels.
Yeah. Which, well, we've got a head start. I mean, they're not going to be here till sundown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to do that straight away so that she can prepare the ammunition.
Absolutely. You feed that information to Miss Prosperine, and she's like, you guys are like the poison, the fire stuff. Like, all of this is incredible intel. Yes, absolutely. We will we'll coat them in oil and set them on fire and fire them like that. 100%.
But be wary, it is really combustible. So we need to.
Oh yeah, it's bad news for sure. But the better that we know about it.
Yeah.
They're all coming from one direction. It's a big force, but they're not big enough to flank, which is a good thing. Hopefully that means that everyone that left yesterday are safe.
Yeah.
How many people do we have here fighting with us?
You guys, through the teleportation circle during the day, some of the rest of sort of the fighting force of Garandia has sort of joined in this siege. Again, Garandia is not used to war, but they do have some armies, some forces, and those people that they do have are here ready to fight. You guys see that Prince Riadon shows up.
Whoa.
Yeah, like this is a big deal. He's going to sort of head this army. He himself doesn't come and talk to you besides like a courteous sort of like, I understand that you guys are going to be spearhead. Counting on you.
Yeah. Well, we just need to prepare. Like, preparation is key. I think.
Yeah.
Flammable projectiles. Can we maybe? Do we have any big people here that can help? Maybe dig some obstacles or put something in the way so that it slows them down a little bit. I'm just trying to think on my feet here, but
I don't think that will help. They're used to jungle terrain. It's not. And traps. I mean, they'll go through the forest so
what about
easily.
Cloud, you have your no, she's not here, is she? Where is she?
Cloud,
Well,
Cloud
Cloud
can
has
do
that-
do her reconnaissance and come back later in the day, so you guys can talk about this at that point. Yeah.
Sorry,
But
my
she
headphones
has
keep
that-
dying. I'm just trying to sort it out. 1 second.
Okay.
Good.
But what's the thing that creates loads of water if you say a word?
Ah, yes, the
Oh.
pitcher.
Picture, we
need to
could
keep
flood
that
him.
handy.
Oh, the decanter of endless water is what it's called.
That could be very useful.
We've got the
The
box.
decanter of endless water.
We've got the piece of wood.
You do have the piece of wood as well.
Have we tried have you seen what the wood does?
No.
No, but I assume the word is unboxing, so.
What
I
were the
know what
words?
it
The
does.
words were
The words were geyser,
yeah.
that jazz.
Yeah, the water
and
ones.
just- I do have it written down. No, it's after we kill coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Oh, geez, so many sessions.
I think it was like
guys.
geyser, fountain.
So useless Voyager unboxing, stream fountain geyser.
Useless Voyager unboxing or
Yeah,
inboxing.
then-
Yeah. And then
inboxing. Sorry. Yeah,
yeah.
and then stream fountain geyser.
Yeah.
So we used Voyager for the horseshoes.
You nothing happened when you did that. Just letting
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
it was just the magical horseshoes. Okay.
What do you think the wood might do?
Create a box.
You want to
Yes.
you want to
Should we
try out
do
the
that
words?
somewhere safe? Let's go find Cloud and see what she thinks. But I definitely think Geyser's going to come in very handy, just in case they do get to us somehow with a barrel.
Yuan-Ti can't swim.
They can't swim.
I don't think so.
I think that Yuan-Ti can swim.
Can they?
Like as in humans can swim. Like if they know how to swim, they can swim. There's
Okay.
nothing specifically, I think, Yuan-Ti lore-wise that says
No, they can't. You know, they're unable to swim. But I was just thinking because they live.
they don't
like,
have a
it's-
they don't have a natural swimming speed, so
Yeah.
they're not aquatic.
Either way, I think
It would be harder for
slow
them.
them down, and but also to put out any fires. And Geyser.
Yeah, you could do a moat.
Yeah.
Loads of
The guys are
plants.
like, we could dig a moat. We've got the monastery, the dwarves of the four elements are like, you want a moat? They go out and they earth bend a moat.
Freaking sick.
The of the four elements are basically benders from Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's basically what that class is. And these guys, they go out and they're just like boom, boom. It's like, a little moat around the city. It's
Cool.
like
Do we need to fill
they-
that with water then?
that would have to be filled with water. Yeah.
Right. Let's go find Cloud.
Some of them use create water, but that's like a limited thing that they can do.
Mm.
Yeah.
And they don't want to use all their key points.
Mm.
Cloud.
Yes.
Oh, Cloud.
This little Robin will like perch on Theramin.
Oh, hello. So we've had some ideas about our defenses.
Just hop down and then I'll transform back.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, the dwarves have kindly dug a moat. We want to use the guys. What's it called? I don't want to say the word.
The decanter of endless water. Yeah.
The decanter of endless water to fill it, and potentially also use it to defend us in any other way. And also, we believe there was a bit of wood in there. We want to see what it does, just in case it can help us. What do
Sure.
you think?
Should we start with the decanter so it has time to fill up this moat?
Mm.
Because I will have to leave it here while it fills. I won't be able to take it with me. And then when it's finished, I can bring it back. So
Mhm.
yep, go up to the moat. Now we've got to be really careful about what word we use here.
Do we need to go
Because-
somewhere safe with the
Well, no, there's
room?
3 words, but each suggests how much water it's going to be and the force of water.
I will tell you off the bat, anything less than geyser will not completely fill them out by the time they arrive.
Okay, we're going to have to use. Maybe let's just stand back a little bit. I'll put it down and be like, geyser.
It's like a hose. Without somebody holding it, it goes like.
Okay, stop. Okay. I don't like water. Can someone else do this one? I have a bit of thing for water. I am a cat.
We can give it to a queen's Garanthian guard or something.
Yeah, our guard will be
Hold
like,
on to this.
it'll be my honor to hold this.
Don't stop until it's full.
All right. Yeah, 100%. He's got it.
And then the plank of wood.
Yes.
So it's transmutation.
Yes.
I think it's the one with the word box in the word.
Well, there are 3 other words.
You want to say the words?
Yes.
Which one?
Which
They're
so what have we got?
useless.
Box.
I can't.
I'll say useless.
You grab the plank of wood and say useless. The piece of wood starts to fold outward and rapidly constructs a small boat. Could fit about 2 people in it. Small rowing boat.
Okay.
Well, that's surprisingly useful for the way that we conjured it.
I guess it's a getaway thing. Water,
Yeah.
and then you just get a boat and just set yourself off.
I don't think we need that right
Bye. The other one is Voyager.
The boat begins to fold itself back out, makes a larger boat, sort of a longboat kind of thing. Not a longboat, like a very small sailing vessel that could hold like I don't know, up to like 8 people. It's got like a sail that unfurls, and everything.
now. Sorry.
And then we've got unboxing.
Plank of wood.
So that does
I
it.
see.
Undoes it.
So we have a boat.
I mean,
I
that's pretty
love how
cool.
long it's taken for you guys to test out this plank of wood.
It's taken us 12 sessions.
It's taken 12 sessions to look at what this is. Yeah, it's a boat.
Okay. Okay, that could be
Could be
useful
useful.
as a backup, you know, to. I mean, we're not going to try and escape, are we? But you know, another
No.
time.
We could have given it to Dylan though, if we'd known.
They're probably halfway to Thorogrove, but at least half. They're probably at Thorogrove at the speed that the horse goes, Ash goes.
Okay, so they're going to be here. The front runners are going to be here soon, and the rest will be here by nightfall.
And more and more people have started to come into the city. There are a couple of like experts. There's a halfling called the General, who arrives from Menacil, grumbling, like just grumbling her ass off, being like, "There's a lot going on in my." Like I have so much going on. Like I watch the Arlohani border. I can't be dealing with this. Like we have to get this done. I have things to do. She's wearing like heavy armor with like big shoulders covered in runes. She's called the General. All of the other soldiers, lords, and prince defer to her in terms of military strategy. Yeah. So yeah, you like people have come and sort of like are directing the thing. You guys are called in the evening. You see some of the forerunners of the Yuan-Ti sort of poke their heads out, like sort of arrive and but just sort of watch ahead of the main army. The sun begins to set, and you are called to a final war council. Peter Engelhart is here. Miss Prosperine is here. The prince, the general, Rohesia, everybody, the Stonehursts are here. I say, okay, here's how this is going to go. We expect the siege will begin at a particular time. We have anti-venom, which we will have to administer as and when people get poisoned, because we don't have a huge amount of it. We've got a strategy against those explosives. We're going to have to hit them before they hit us. But this is going to be war. Mockeries. The general will sort of nod at Miss Prosperine, actually, and the two of them sort of have come up with this plan together. Sort of go, the main army, we will be defending the walls, but there are enough people that we can create a sortie to make room for you guys to hit this anathema, this leader of theirs. We're not going to be able to deal with everything. You guys are going to be dealing with her and some of her minions, etc. Some of those golems, I imagine, they stick pretty close to her. But we got to get this done. We got to get this done decisively, and you guys have the best point of the spear, as it were, to get it done. We imagine that when she goes down, the rest will become disorganized enough to be defeated and routed. Miss Prosperine here has said that she will join you on your sortie, and Peter Engelhart said that he will join you as well. He is going to be part of the sortie because he can clear out, he has a sword called Extremity, which can clear out huge swaths of enemies and sort of make a path.
Cloud will say something under her breath, but will not say it audibly, but other people.
The general herself will be standing next to Silas, so to giving him some defense as he sort of surveys the battlefield with his true sight, which has suddenly become a very useful thing that he can do. And they're like, yeah, that's basically the plan. And Prince Rhydon will be overseeing sort of the walled forces.
Okay. That can just put Thesia, can you check your crystal ball for Dylan and my family, just to make sure, just to double check that they're all okay? Before we go into a battle.
I kind of roll it into the middle of the planning, just in case anyone else wants some perspective of anything. But
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You check on Dylan, your family. They are surrounded by wood elves, everyone seems to be being looked after. They're sort of like tents, like a tent sort of refugee city is sort of being constructed near their city of what was it called? Alus N. It's near the Garandian border. Yes, Alus N. So everyone's there. Everyone's safe.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that we don't understand yet, we've not been able to find out, is why they're coming here. But we'll find out, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
Council closes, everyone goes to their stations. Peter and Amelia join with you guys, go near the gates. You guys first can go over the walls, and you see the approaching of this army. Rank and file show up. You see some of these golems using enormous strength, these constructs, lift these barrels, start to move forward. That's it for this session of the Mockeries. Tune in next time as night falls and the war begins.
Oh God.
Thank you all so much
Oh,
for
geez.
watching. Once again, thank you guys for playing. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.